The websites of the Russian TV channel Dozhd and one of the oldest in Russia radio stations Echo Moskvy were among the few non-Kremlin-controlled media banned in early March. Roskomnadzor, the country's communications regulator, responded to a request from the Prosecutor General's office, which labeled the materials of these media as extremist. That happened because of their truthful coverage of the war in Ukraine.
Руководство Российской Федерации не хочет, чтобы внутри страны звучали.
The leadership of the Russian Federation does not want, on the one hand, voices against the war to be heard within the country, and on the other hand, information that differs from the official position of the Russian leadership.
And the Russian leadership is persistent in calling the attack on Ukraine a special operation. Its supposed purpose is demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine. Any information that does not match the Ministry of Defense's official data is labeled as lie. The website of Meduza outlet was also blocked for publishing this data. The online news outlet is sure that this is a restriction of basic constitutional rights.
We left for Riga in 2014 to do journalism, independent journalism. Censorship is forbidden by the Russian constitution, even by the constitution that Putin mutilated. What Roskomnadzor ordered us to do was direct censorship. We are not subject to direct censorship.
The independent newspaper Novaya Gazeta also suspended its work this week after receiving 2 warnings from Roskomnadzor. Earlier, its subscribers found notes from postmen about the withdrawal of its circulations by the national postal operator as extremist. Dozens of media were shut down. Many were forced to shut themselves after adoption of the law that persecutes any unwanted comments of the actions of armed forces of the Russian Federation. Any mention of the war in Ukraine is called a fake news and deemed as a criminal action, followed by imprisonment.
According to Article 207, Part 3 of the Criminal Code of the Russian Federation, anything can be qualified as a fake. If it is fake, first they fine from 700 to 1.5 million rubles. If it is a repeated case, they sentence to 3 years in prison. Other repeat leads to 5 million rubles fine and a sentence up to 10 years.
In addition to the media, social networks such as Facebook and Twitter has also been banned. Instagram now loses to the ready-made Russia feed version called Rosgram, a project which has already been started up in pilot mode.
This is an attempt to create such a Kremlin-controlled substitute to monitor what is going on there and to set up the information flows in accordance with the Kremlin needs.
But even after the closure of popular social networks, not all Russians understand what's the actual purpose of the increase of the censorship over the internet.
To keep our country safe, I think that if there is any kind of disorderly things going on, they need to be stopped. Who better to do that than the authorities? Allegedly, they are concerned about the younger generation.
Experts have announced how the total censorship and hatred promotion towards all Ukrainians in the information sphere may end.
Either Russia's propaganda will transfer emotions to some other topic, will find some other object of hatred. In case of our victory, there will be a period of sobering up. The situation inside the country will be shaken up, and Russia itself will collapse.
And for now, the only way to fight against the attack on freedom of speech is the tried and true way.
It seems to me that now it is the time when it is necessary for there to be something similar to what in Soviet times was called samizdat, the distribution of information from person to person, from door to door, from neighbor to neighbor. Only this would allow independent information to be spread in a really serious way.
Reported by Olena Shustova, Natalia Voloshina, UATV News.